Sup fellas, it's the dude who talks and obviously you're watching a new video. I thought I'd talk about gig venues around my local area. There's quite a few favourite of mine and I wanted to talk about what I like about them and some of the memorable times, like gigs that I've been to there. So, I hope you enjoy. This video is the Star and Garter. It's 5 minutes away from the Manchester Piccadilly train station. It was originally built in 1803 and then it was turned into a music venue in about 1991, so it took them about 100 years to do that. And to be honest, it just feels like an integral part of Manchester. And it has a very close, intimate setting with the bands. It's like it's the attic upstairs. While it does seem a bit dark and dingy, but that just only adds to its charm. And also, you can get 2 cans for a fiver, which is such a good idea. Always 2 cans of Orange Boom or Hobgoblin. And it survived the rumours of it being shut down, which is, yes, keep fighting. So the most memorable bands that I've seen in Star and Garter have been Kikugaku Moyu, Bong Ripper, and Karma to Burn, which was... I got absolutely smashed then and I was just headbanging like an absolute fool. And yeah, I probably mentioned it in my previous video about Karma to Burn at Rebellion, which if you want to watch, obviously shameless plug there. But yeah, I do love the Star and Garter. Not been to many gigs there for a while now, so I hope that changes. Next gig venue is in Salford. Now, I wish I could frequent this venue more often, but there doesn't seem to be that many bands who play there anymore. I think Folloxoid played there a year ago, but I missed out on that. I'm talking about the Islington Mill in Salford. Inside, it's like a large lounge where you can just chill out, and they have really comfy settees if you get there quick enough and they haven't been taken. I don't know if they still have them there. Obviously, I've only ever been twice, which is a shame. And I was actually first introduced to the venue when they announced a psychedelic all-dayer. I think it was by Lamb & Wolf. I don't think they're still going. And Acid Mother's Temple was headlining, and there was a guy in a dress, and I think my mate said, "Oi, my mate fancies you or something." And after that, I watched Russian Circles there with Earthless supporting, and that was a really good gig. Really like to go there again. I'm going to be talking about gig venues. I can't not include the venue that I've haunted most this year, and that is Rebellion Bar. To be honest, with all the OJ rum that they have is reason enough that they're on this video, but obviously it's so much more than that. While it does seem like a small venue on the outside, looks can be quite deceiving. It's quite a huge lounge and I love the vibe of it. And even when it's at sold out capacity, it doesn't feel like the trash compactor and you're like squashed. It feels roomy. That's what I'm trying to say. Most memorable gigs there have been like loads of all-dayers and also having my ears obliterated by Primitive Man and Bismuth. Wolves in the Throne Room, Church of Misery, and Napalm Death. Also, random thing that happened was this guy just stopped me and started miming Meatloaf, and I think this was at an all-dayer. The most hilarious, strangest thing ever to have happened to me. Well, one of them anyway. But yeah, good times. So, if I was doing a video on venues with the best decor, this venue would be number 1. I'm talking about the Deaf Institute. Has a disco ball, funky wallpaper and stereos on the wall. It's kind of like a hipster's bedroom. First time I went there was watching a band called Sleepy Sons, and what I liked was the stairs and where you can sit down. It really appeals to the old man in me. So from what you can tell from this video is that I really like smaller venues, and this is no exception to me. The most memorable bands that I've watched there have been Alcest, Blood Ceremony, Mutoid Man and Nothing. And the beer's pretty decent there as well, even though it's quite expensive, but heyo, it's Manchester. So, seeing that these two venues are quite similar with having their stages in the basement area, I figured I'd just include them in one entry. I'm talking about Soup Kitchen and Gorilla. Gorilla, to be fair, is quite bigger, and has a cool upstairs bar area where you can sit down if they've not set up the merch stand or the VIP area isn't there. And the Soup Kitchen is smaller and more intimate if you want to get out close to like bands and shit like that. Two really good venues, and they always have a good choice of beer as well, which, you know, as you know from watching these videos, I really like, obviously. And memorable bands that I've seen at Gorilla was Chelsea Wolf, between Buried and Me, plus Alcester Mono, and Soup Kitchen was Acid Mother's Temple, and watching Free Track Tigers. Yeah. So I figured I'd mention at least one big venue, and that is Manchester Apollo. I love the look out of it. While on the outside, obviously, it does look like a dump, but on the inside, it's got like this cold, like, charm to it, like an old theatre, and it's like a relic of Manchester, I think. And one of my best moments there was watching Pixies, which was incredible. Plus, also this year watching A Perfect Circle as well. Now, obviously, I've heard horror stories about the security guards and how they act like the fun police, but I can't really comment on that because I've not really experienced it, but I do really like the Apollo. The last venue I'm going to be talking about is situated in the fiery depths of hell, also known as Bolton Town Centre. This place is called the Alma Inn and holds a very special place in my blackened heart, as I've been drinking there for nearly 15 years and also watched some incredible bands there. It's one of the only few places in Bolton which hosts some amazing live music, and every year they hold a all-dayer called Riff Fest, which is absolutely mental. I do recommend you come along to that on the 25th of August. Word of advice though, if you do go to drink in the Alma Inn, is don't put baby metal on the jukebox. Just don't. There you have it. Those were some of my favourite music venues. Did I miss any out? What were your favourites? I'm eager to know. Please let me know in the comment section. Now, I wanted to do something a little bit different. I took inspiration from this when my ex-girlfriend told me that she sneaked into the Manchester Academy to watch Fall Out Boy, and apparently it was via opening a shutter, which was like at the side. Apparently she was talking to some support band. Yeah, I wasn't there, so I don't know. So I wanted to ask, what was the craziest way you've sneaked into a gig? And if you can confirm that story was either bullshit or fake, whether it was actually possible to sneak into Manchester Academy via a shutter of some sort, please let me know. I really want to know. Right, so all I've got left for you to say is I've been the dude who talks, and cheers. Live loud. Now, you haven't got rid of me just yet. I'm just going to introduce you that there's some more videos out there that I've made, and a couple of them will be floating around here, below my chin. So, make like Netflix and watch them.